The modern world is rapidly changing under the influence of digital technologies. We are unprecedentedly accessible to one another, immersed in an endless stream of information, confident in our control over data until we encounter vulnerability. This concept takes on new dimensions in the digital age, prompting us to rethink notions of security, privacy, psychological resilience, and human value. In this essay, I explore how embracing vulnerability helps us transform and adapt, what challenges and opportunities arise, and how digital culture can become not a source of fear, but a space for growth. 1. The concept of vulnerability in the digital age 1.1. What is vulnerability? Traditionally, vulnerability is openness to threats. The ability to be physically or emotionally hurt. In the digital context, this is extended to include technological aspects, risk of data leaks, hacking, information manipulation, digital surveillance. Vulnerability becomes an inherent property of interactions via digital channels, both personal and professional. 1.2 Types of digital vulnerabilities. Technical software vulnerabilities. Weak passwords, phishing, social engineering, psychological emotional burnout from online presence, fear of judgment, perfectionism through social media, social and cultural pressure to meet technological expectations. Loss of personal contact. Point 2. Why embracing vulnerability is important to point 1. Vulnerability. As a development factor, accepting vulnerability frees space for honesty, learning, mutual support. Instead of fearing exposure, we can open up, ask for help, learn together, and create a community of vulnerable but strong communication. 2.2. Psychological resilience. Conscious acknowledgement of one's weaknesses reduces anxiety. In the digital world, we often compare ourselves to others' filtered realities, which amplifies feelings of imperfection. Embracing our vulnerability, on the contrary, helps set boundaries, find support, maintain mental health. 2.3. Ethical and social significance. Openness about mistakes or weaknesses promotes a culture of responsibility and trust. This is important for teamwork, knowledge sharing, creating transparent digital products and services. 3. Practices of embracing vulnerability. 3.1. Self-awareness, techniques. Reflection, regular analysis of one's reactions, feelings, experiences, journaling, keeping a digital or physical diary to record emotions, mistakes, and insights. Digital detox. Breaks from online activity help perceive one's vulnerability without external noise. 3.2. Creating supportive spaces. Online communities, forums, chats, support groups where people share experiences openly, learn, and help each other. In organizations, encouraging a culture where employees are not afraid to make mistakes, a safe space for errors. 3.3. Safe practices in digital life using end-to-end encryption. Two-factor authentication, acknowledging vulnerability, also involves concrete steps to care for security, mindful handling of personal data, regularly reviewing app permissions, clearing histories, and cookies. For digital vulnerability in leadership and leaders, embracing vulnerability manifests as the ability to publicly acknowledge mistakes, which builds trust, share personal experiences, and unite teams around values of mutual support. Encourage two-way feedback, including constructive criticism without intimidation. Companies that follow this approach achieve greater innovation and resilience in Crisis 5. Examples and case studies. Tech leaders who publicly spoke about failures, losses, setbacks. Their vulnerability made them stronger and improved trust in products. Online mental health support. Groups. Platforms where people share personal experiences with depression or anxiety, seek solutions together, and feel less alone. Educational initiatives. Teachers openly discussing difficulties and mistakes in the learning process, create a safe space for students. 6. Problems and barriers to embracing vulnerability. 6.1. Fear of public judgment. Social media amplifies pressure to meet ideals. Acknowledging vulnerability contradicts the trend of showcasing success. It's causing inner conflict. 6.2. Technological dependence, constant engagement. in digital environments reduces the ability for deep self-reflection. Devices bombard with notifications, disrupt concentration, and hinder sensing one's own vulnerability. 6.3. Cyberbullying and digital shaming. When people open up, they may face ridicule, condemnation, or harassment. This discourages others from opening up. Therefore, it is important to create protocols for support, moderation, and ethics online. 7. The future. A culture of digital vulnerability. The digital age continues to accelerate artificial intelligence. Virtual reality and metaverses change our understanding of identity and interaction. In this context, embracing vulnerability has become a key skill for digital maturity. Education will increasingly focus on social-emotional intelligence online. Developers will create products that consider not only security, but also emotional support and inclusiveness. 8. Conclusion. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but a strength in the digital age. Understanding and accepting one's limits, openness in behavior and dialogue, and consciously choosing technologies that protect us without suppressing us. All this allows us to live authentically and resiliently. Embracing vulnerability helps build trustful connections, enhance creativity, and maintain mental health. This is not just a strategy. It is the path of humanity in a world where technology cannot replace the soul, but should serve it.